Located on 225 acres in Garden City, Long Island, Nassau Community College, a member of the State University of New York system, has close to 20,000 students attend the school each year. The college mascot is Leo the Lion, and these are his stories of the school's absolute best and brightest who have graduated over the past 50 plus years. Let's catch up together as the Alumni Association of Nassau Community College proudly presents Lion Tales, a Nassau Community College Foundation production on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Welcome to Lion Tales, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation. My name is Aurora Workman. I am president of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. I'm here with my friend and co-host, Dr. Lynnda Nadien, a proud graduate of Nassau Community College, and together we'll share stories that will inspire, uplift, and often amuse you.
Each week, Aurora and I will introduce you to alumni of Nassau Community College interested in sharing their experience here at Nassau Community College, along with the secrets to their success. Look for many new and exciting events on the Alumni Association social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and our web pages at www.nassaucommunitycollege.edu/alumni. If you, our listening audience, has any positive news you would like to share about Nassau Community College alumni, engagements, births, graduations, weddings, and/or accolades, email us at alumni@nassaucommunitycollege.edu and we will shout you out.
Today's guest is Megan Camarda, an ad operations manager at a streaming radio company in NYC called Zeno Media. The company streams to over 6 million monthly active users, and there she manages the setup and workings of their audio and mobile app display. Advertising for their client radio stations, she graduated from Nassau Community College with her associates in media and went to get her bachelor's in communications from Adelphi University. She also hosted a retro mix show each week right here on the voice of Nassau Community College, WHPC 90.3. Yay. And we are here to welcome Lion Tales Megan Camarda, class of 2012.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So you want to start by telling us about Zeno Media?
Sure. So I've been working with Zeno Media for about a year and a half now. Zeno Media is a streaming radio company. We're not a radio station because some people have mistakenly thought that, but we basically we're a startup company. I mean, the company I think started around 2011, 2012. Fairly new. Yes. So to kind of simply explain it for people to understand what we do, we pretty much provide tech and streaming services to more international radio stations abroad. So some of the main products and services we offer is Call to Listen. That's our biggest service. So which means is we are able to provide phone numbers and assign them to radio stations, clients of ours. And that allows people in the United States more to be able to call a radio station, back in their home country. So we're actually targeting more immigrants in the United States. So, so somebody from Haiti, that they're here in America and they want to be able to listen to, their favorite Haitian radio stations, they're able to do that by calling a phone number. So they actually don't have to worry about being in Wi-Fi or, using up their data.
That's really great.
Yeah, even if, people still have simple phones. I mean, not everybody has a smartphone, even though most today do. Right. But it makes it easier. They just call the phone number, just call it on their phone, so they could be wherever. And
then how do they hear it? If they call the phone number and they hear it through their phone?
They're going to just get a dial tone, and it's going to connect them to the radio station. They're going to hear the broadcast. They're going to hear the show.
Yeah. So if I'm in Canada visiting and I want to hear my show here in New York, do I just dial it up if I don't have the Wi-Fi?
Right, correct, yeah. So we also we assign international phone numbers as well. So, people, depending on where you are, what country, so we're able to do that too. So
I think people will be surprised. Like when you go to England, they have their own, top 100 and top 20. And
Right.
the British radio was so popular.
Right.
And there are many different stations. And usually we wouldn't even hear any of that British music.
Right.
But there's so many bands. And if you stream it, you can hear it. That would be really, really
right.
incredible.
So our target is to bring international radio to the United States, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
In a simple, best way to explain it.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a great way because then a lot of people I know get homesick.
Right.
And you
Yeah.
know they
That's
go
true.
to try to find it, and this is an easier way for them to
It is.
access their home radio stations. That's pretty cool.
It is.
That's pretty cool. So now you were here for your associates in media.
Yes.
Then what was your ultimate goal when you said, I'm coming here, I'm going to do what with it?
So when I started, the first month or so, I was, I knew I was communications. I was leaning towards either radio, television. I kind of was very interested in both fields. And I found out that Nassau had a radio station on campus, and I was super excited to hear that. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a radio station. Oh my God, this is great. And so I inquired, and I met Jim Green.
Oh, wow. Jim's back.
Yes.
Davis Jim Green.
Yes, and I came one day. I'm just trying to remember, but I spoke with him, and he told me if you want to get involved, you're more than welcome to. And
Nice.
he just said, we'll do a practice run, just to hear my voice, see how I sound, things like that. And I think it went great. And he showed me around the station, and I just fell in love with it. And I once it was like a feeling that just came over me, like, this is like something I want to do, like, for the rest of my life. Like,
And did you learn how to do the audio board and
yes.
do all that?
Yeah, right.
Is
Yep.
that easier than it looks?
It is. It actually is very easy.
Yeah.
It's really not that hard at all.
Wow, it's interesting to know that because there's
It looks
a lot to learn.
complicated,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it
you know.
does.
It's always about watching your levels and your, the volume, and making sure you press the right buttons.
Right, so when you came here, you knew you wanted to be in communication.
Yes, I was pretty
And
set on that.
So the evolved was getting a radio show. Mm-hmm. You got the retro. I love retro mix. They
Yeah,
what they're
it's
doing
great.
now.
Yeah, I love music, so that's why I pursued doing the
a lot
show.
of music in your home.
Yeah, I listen to music,
Yeah.
and I DJ now on the side. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's always something that was. So it's always special to me. Music. It was something that I really just
And we've had guests that have been, in radio, and they're always saying like how much they love radio. And
yeah, just the concept of it is.
And we love the fact that at 90.3 WHPC, it's not being taken away, that you actually can hear streaming it live and
Exactly.
turn on Alexa, and
It's great.
we have the app, and it really is giving us a wider audience.
Yes.
Most certainly. And I like the fact that it becomes a little bit more interactive now that people could, text in and they can text us on our
Right.
page and like the page and go listen to the podcast on Spreaker and things like that afterward. So it really becomes a media that's not going to end.
Exactly.
You are listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I am Aurora Workman along with Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Megan Camarda, an operations manager at Zeno Media and proud alumni of Nassau Community College. So you were just telling us how Zeno streams to over 6 million monthly active users.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. And do you have to travel to these places to get their business, or?
No, not at all. I strictly work in the New York office. So we have account managers, also similar to the salesperson, that we have people working in different countries that are trying to find radio stations and talk to the broadcasters and convince them to use our services, and explain to them this, you're going to really benefit from us and our services. But one of the most unique things that we're doing, we're pretty much essentially partnering with the broadcasters. Okay. And when I say that, they are actually able to make money through our services because we do advertising. Oh, okay. So they're able to receive a certain percentage of revenue from the advertising. So it's a win-win for everyone.
Right.
Here,
so is that similar to the way in which YouTube might put up an ad? Mm-hmm. But except this is not done visually; it's done through the audio.
Through audio on the stream, you'll hear ads through us, And we, on the mobile applications that we also create mobile applications for certain radio stations, depending on the size of the radio station, how big they are, how many listeners they get. We have certain criteria in order for them to be eligible for an app. And then from there, we create the app, and then we have advertising in the app, and that's how they will be able to make money, and we make money from that as well.
Yeah.
So isn't that area of radio streaming now becoming very competitive with all the different mediums that's out there?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, so why would we, as a customer like iHeart, why would we go to Zeno?
Well, our target is more international.
Okay.
So we have all different. For example, one of our biggest radio stations the name is Radio Lumiere International. They're a big religious radio station in Haiti. Okay. Another big one is Radio Hamra. They are a Persian station, and I believe they're located in LA. And Radio Lumiere broadcast from Miami, but their target listener audience is for Haitians. Okay. So
you have a really good target audience that will definitely be using that service.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And now you know that they have the that boy band from Korea, which is like the Backstreet Boys, but the Korean version. So have you had any clients that are interested in listening to Korean radio? Because I'm wondering what that's like. Because
we do have apps for Korean stations. We have a lot of Vietnamese stations. I'm just trying to remember some of the names, but so we created an app for them. I believe they are using our streaming services. We provide the streaming service to them to use if they want, or they can use their own streaming services, whatever they choose to do. Yeah. We obviously push for them to use ours, of course.
Right. Yeah.
So it's the radio stations that pay for your service so that they can be streamed internationally.
Well, yeah. So they sign up for our services, but it's actually free. So the way it works is they can make money through being able to have our advertising, using our advertising. So that's how they'll make money.
Oh.
Yeah.
So did this area of production, is that taking you away from your creative goals?
Yeah, it's your typical office job, essentially. I'm at a computer. So, there is a lot of work that I do. There's a lot with using Excel and, tracking things. And there's a lot of manual work that has to be done. So I actually, when I'm outside of work, I like to do my DJing and I'm trying to do my own personal show, just something that, I can do on the side and that I enjoy, because I still have it's still your typical job, office job. There's no on-air work that I'm doing there, unfortunately, but
you're looking for more television or more audio?
I love audio. I really, I love the radio, audio, all of that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm happy working with this company, because it's just what we do, what we focus on is it's radio. It's the services that we do. It's really it's interesting, and I just love it. Yeah.
That's I will always sit there and I love radio disc jockeys, especially. I always applaud the women power that we have behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because it's not too many women who are behind this productions area,
on air, things like that.
Yeah. So it's always good to get our listeners and get our students out there who really want to hear from alumni who have done this thing and is walking this walk that they have. So I'm glad your dreams are coming.
Yes,
to
I feel like this is like the gateway to hopefully
gateway.
I'm kind of really in the
future,
the field that I wanted to be in.
Yeah,
right.
And of course I had a few other jobs right after graduating with my bachelor's from Adelphi. So it happens. I mean, you go through different jobs and you find what you like.
You are listening to Lion Tales. Today's guest, former alumnus of Nassau Community College and currently working for a streaming radio company in New York City called Zeno Media, Megan Camarda. My name is Lynnda Nadien, along with Aurora Workman, on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
It was a goal that I wanted to achieve from the very beginning. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. I wasn't sure if I could do it. It was very hard for me, but the teachers, the counselors, they help you. One of the teachers was Miss Araceli. Miss Araceli, she gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll come over and she'll sit there with you until you get it.
At age 47, with the help of his teacher, Marco finished his high school diploma.
50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work. Getting your high school diploma, it is a life-changing experience. It really is. It catapults you to where you want to go.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Lion Tales, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm your host, Dr. Lynnda Nadien, along with Aurora Workman, and our guest today is Megan Camarda, graduate of Nassau Community College, who went on to get her bachelor's degree over at Adelphi University. She actually used to host a radio program on this very radio station while at Nassau Community College as well. So can you tell us a little bit about what you did? You were on the retro mix, right?
Yeah, basically all I did was the retro mix because I just love music, and I loved how I was able to play a variety of music for everyone, and I would, talk about the music, the artist, and things like that. And then while I was at Nassau, I also did WHPC, and I also was part of the breakdancing club, believe it or not, on campus, the NCC Breakers. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, we would do different events and dance on campus and practice. I remember during club hour and things like that.
Is that still a club?
I believe so. I believe they still have it here.
Oh, that's great.
As I got a little older, I kind of, I did grow out of it. I love to dance, though. Don't get me wrong. I love to go out and go out dancing. It's, something I love to do. And then once I started focusing more on radio, it kind of led me into DJing, because I would listen to, top radio stations in New York here, and they had the DJ mixes on, and when I would always listen to it, and that kind of led me into that area, and I've been doing it for the last 4 years or so right now.
And then when you DJ, where do you do parties?
I've done various things. It's a work in progress, like everything else. You have to put a lot of work into it, and I've definitely grown since I started. And I've done various private events. I've done some few bars on Long Island. I've done fitness classes. I've DJ'd fitness classes. Right now, I'm actually doing mixes once a month for an internet station in the United Kingdom. So it's a dance music station. Nice. So I actually just kind of was looking online, and I reached out to them, and I sent them a mix I did, and they liked it, and now they let me do it every month, and they broadcast it online, so you could just go and listen there on the website.
Yeah, so you've experienced two sides of the industry now. You have the back end as an operation, an ad operations manager, and then on the front end when being on the air. And which do you prefer or enjoy more?
I enjoy being on the air, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's what I really enjoy, and hopefully, down the road, I mean, I have bigger goals, and I would love to be doing on-air work more steadily, and kind of really doing that full time, or doing a mix of on-air work or production work.
Right. And I think, with some of the production, like if you were in a radio station setting, do you probably be able to help assist with DJs that are on air that need extra
of course.
type of
and that's something I would be open to doing and would enjoy.
Because a lot of times some of the shows in the morning on any radio, they're a few hours long.
Right.
And we learned about dead air and making sure that we fill up the time.
Dead air is a big, no.
How did you learn about dead air?
I think from being at WHPC and probably Jim telling me, and whoever told me.
Right. Well, Jim passed it down to Sean Novak, the director here.
Right.
And so he makes sure that we do not have dead air. So as you reflect on your experiences here at Nassau, how well would you say that you were prepared by,
I think I was very prepared at Nassau. I mean, I had a great time here. Adelphi was also very, very helpful, too. I definitely had more hands-on work at Nassau than Adelphi, actually. And it helped me really know what I wanted to do, and I'm happy with the major and path I've chosen. I have no regrets at all, and even communications is a very broad field, so there's a lot of paths that you could take, if for some reason you're kind of one path is not working out so great.
Yeah, and I think you find that anything with music or the arts or any type of communication which is sort of in the entertainment field, did people sort of discourage you from pursuing it because there are no jobs, or they gave you that information, then you knew that maybe you wouldn't have a job day one out, but in the future?
Yeah, some people had given me their input and kind of was telling me to go in a different direction, but I feel like what I'm doing now is really where it's going. I mean, with all the digital media, internet, radio, all the different ways we can listen to radio through mobile apps and online streaming. I think traditional radio is kind of not as, like listening to AM and FM radio is not as big, even though I still do because my car is 2003 and I have no other option, so I'll still listen to FM radio.
Yeah, I do. I love the radio.
I mean, it's just because I love radio, so I'm going to listen to it. So
because in my son's car he is Sirius, so
I love
if I
Sirius,
take his car. I enjoy hearing the stations, but I usually have 90.3 on.
Yes.
And I do listen to a lot of the shows, and I really enjoy them.
Because 90.3 has so many unique shows to listen to.
And so much music.
So much music that you really don't realize it coming from a station.
Right.
It's a station. And then I love the talk shows, and they're so diverse.
Yeah. Right.
It is,
and they capture not only the community that we're in, but beyond. It goes beyond the walls of just Long Island and New York State.
But I think internet radio is where it's going, and also podcast. I mean, there's so many podcasts people can listen,
and that's something that's very important too, because it gives you like a global piece of it,
right?
And you're talking about United Kingdom and Korea, and
all
these
different
countries
internet stations,
and Haiti, a little island.
You're listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Aurora Workman, along with Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Megan Camarda, who is currently working for Zeno Media, but also DJs on the side. So let's talk about your DJ.
Sure.
What's the most popular mix you've been playing?
Well, I do. I record my own mixes at home, and I record them, and I'm actually able to upload them to another website called Mixcloud.com. Okay. It's a great site for. You could upload radio shows, radio programs. It's great for DJs. It's free, so it's unlimited uploads. Advice for any other DJs out there: you want to get your mixes out on the internet, definitely check out Mixcloud.com. So I'm trying to get myself out there just through the internet and contacting other radio stations online, and using social media. Social media has been very helpful.
Yeah,
I sometimes I want to get off social media, but it's actually a very great tool, especially Instagram, because there's I follow a lot of venues. I follow a lot of just restaurants, just different businesses are on Instagram, and sometimes I'll send them a message or something, and I could get their email just through their profile page.
Yeah, and a lot of the places now they want music because they might have a big dinner crowd, and there's really nothing for them to kind of showcase to get people to come in.
It's a great networking
it opens
tool.
that up as well.
We see a lot of new DJs too. You've been DJing for how long?
About 4 years. I started.
Okay. So as a child growing up, were you the music person?
I always loved music.
Like, I'm putting on the records now.
I just was always listening to music, listening to with the the CD
player.
Yeah. Before we had the iPods.
Handhelds.
Yes,
the portable CD
I used
player.
to just on the weekends. I used to get up on Saturday mornings and watch the music videos on VH1, MTV, just because I just loved it.
I miss watching videos.
I loved it,
when they were on, you just could sit and watch the videos. Now they might have one channel.
I think so.
That has maybe the top 20 or the top 10.
Then they
Something
start
like
playing
that.
it all over again when there's so much. That's the one thing I like listening with WHPC, because the DJs here, they find so much music and they know there's so much music out there.
There is.
And
It's
they
a
play
lot.
it. It's not like hearing the same 5 songs
Yes,
that you hear
exactly.
on regular radio.
That's the only thing that bothers me about regular FM. Radio. Like, can you just change it up a little?
There's like millions of records out
You have
there.
so many
and
songs,
you're
and we
playing,
hear the same one.
You know, here the top. I know it's top Billboard, but
Yeah, top 40
you
pop.
know, but you know, you would think to mix it up some.
Right.
You know? They always stand to that. But I like where you were. When we're talking about your goals in radio and obtaining your dream, you know, and you find it, what would you tell a student now? Because they do get a really good start here at Nassau Community College.
Exactly. Yep.
And just to, like, what avenues did you look at? Are you looking at trade magazines for jobs or?
I actually used Indeed.com to find pretty much all the jobs I've had a few jobs before this job, and I was working in just ran different companies that I just needed the experience, and it definitely has helped to get to where I am now. So I know in the beginning it is tough. It's tough for a lot of graduates.
Yes.
It's you might not always land the best job right out of school, and you may get lucky, but for a lot it's you have to get your experience, and then you have to, I feel like you need to know what you want and know what to target, and that's what helped me get to where I am now. And also I had the help of other people, friends and family helped me with
making the connections with
targeting
people.
my resume too, just to target certain jobs. And I feel like once my resume was really targeted to what I wanted, it helped get me this. I feel like that helped get to this job.
That's very important. Yeah, it really is.
Knowing what you want and targeting and going after it.
See, lessons learned here from Megan
Nassau
Camarda.
Community College.
Yeah, and an alumni can offer so much to our current students that are here. I mean, you guys can come back and talk to the students, because one thing that when we started Lion Tales, a lot of people want to know, where do our students go?
Right.
You got,
Of course.
125,000 alumni out
Of
there.
course.
Everybody going to Line and hit us up. But, where do you go? And then some of them have often found that, what they started doing here and its liberal arts background actually gave them a clue to what they really like to do and to help them grow. And so we see that, and so we always invite you, Megan, to come back to the school and talk to the students. And, the communications department has a program, so I'm going to have to keep you in touch with them.
Yes.
But we'd like to thank our guest, Megan Camarda, Operations Manager over at Zeno Media in New York City and a proud alumni of Nassau Community College. Now, how can the audience contact you or see you? Or
a few ways. You can email me at my Yahoo email, megancamarda@yahoo.com. And for any DJ inquiries, I have another email, which is djmegancmusic@gmail.com. And you can find me on social media, on Instagram and Twitter, at DJ Megan C.
That is so wonderful. Thank you for being here, Megan.
Thank you.
We want to thank you for being with us. My name is Dr. Lynnda Nadien, along with my fabulous friend Aurora Workman, president of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. The creative director of Lion Tales is Rudy J. Breedy. This show is a production of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. Visit nassaucommunitycollege.edu/WHPC for more information. Available as a podcast on iTunes, Android Podcast, and Spreaker. Lion Tales is powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation, on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. We'll talk to you next week.